Well, hey crafty friends, it's Hiedi Scott with DIY and on this video I am going to show you how you can take one of these Dollar Tree, upside down, $1.25 white Christmas trees and really fluff it up and make something super fun. So I've been experimenting with this for 2 days and I've learned a lot between my first tree and my second tree, and I'm sure my third tree will be even better. But anyways, it's fun. I was at Walmart yesterday, you guys, and this size of artificial white trees were like $15. I'm like, no sir. I can do it for $1.25 plus some ribbon, maybe a little fabric. So as you're hopping on, say hello, let me know where you're watching from, feel free to sprinkle, all that normal good stuff. Okay, so let me show you first of all the 2 trees that I made and tell you about them. You know, first of all, let me show you what these look like naked before you do anything to them. Thank you. BJ Power says they're so beautiful. Okay, so this is what the box looks like. It gives you instructions to assemble it, which, I don't know, if you need instructions to assemble this, then there might be an issue. Okay, so this is what it looks like. This is going to be the top, but I think that's ridiculously tall, so we're going to bend that down. But you're going to see, I'm not going to completely take it apart or put it back together because we're going to do our craft with it sort of closed up. But this is basically how thick it's going to be. It's pretty skinny. And we'll put the little legs on last. Okay, so this was my first one, and I was going for a beachy look. And what I used for this one was I used some of this Dollar Tree burlap ribbon. I used a variety of different beachy Dollar Tree ribbons, and I used a little bit of fabric from this Walmart package of fabric strips. Okay, these are called jelly rolls if you're a quilter. And basically what I did was in between each like set of limbs there's a space, and so on this one I tied one piece of burlap ribbon around it, and then I tied some, oh, and I also used some Dollar Tree fabric. All this stuff was beachy stuff this summer. I just tore strips and put that on there. You'll see what I mean when we do the current one. So it's just got lots of little bits and pieces to it. Don't fuss with it too much because it's supposed to look kind of fluffy and not super strategically planned. So what do you guys think? Isn't that cute? That was the first one. Oh, and I folded the top over because I thought it was too long, and I hot glued this resin or plastic or whatever it is, little starfish from Dollar Tree. So this is like almost top to bottom a Dollar Tree project, not hard at all. Although it did take me like several hours just to sort of come up with the idea and the plan. So if you're liking this one, tell me in the comments turquoise or blue or beach or something like that. Okay, then yesterday, I'm still working on this idea, and I made this one. This one I was going for a snowflake / tan and white look, okay? And in between each level of the tree, which I'll show you in a minute, I did 2 pieces of this wired ribbon that I've had for a long time that was sent to me by a follower a couple years ago. And I apologize. I think that same person sent me this as well. I think it was Mary Charon, but I'm not for 100% certain, but if it was you, thank you, thank you, thank you. This ribbon is fabulous. Consequently, I don't know where you could find it. I would look at Hobby Lobby or Walmart. So I used 2 pieces of this and like 1 piece of this in between each row. And then, because it didn't quite look full enough, I cut, this is white canvas duck. I just cut strips. And pulled off the strings. Who else likes to tear fabric? Anyone? Rosemary says they're cute, but she likes the natural one. You know what? That is totally my preference too. In general, I like everything kind of natural. And I want to get my ruler. Here it is. I'm going to just show you, for example, how I did the strips. I didn't really measure anything as I was going on. I'd say probably about 10 inches. And then I just tied them in knots around the center of the tree. Okay, and you're going to have to really push it down because there's not going to be a lot of room. And then I kind of twisted them. I don't know if this is, if just explaining what I did is helpful. So, oh, and then at the top, I glued some of these. I did a front and a back of this little Dollar Tree burlap stickers that they had over the summer that are little flowers. And I think this turned out pretty cute too. Okay, so next up, what we're going to do is another kind of a turquoise tree, and I'm going to use this ribbon, which is Dollar Tree, and I'm going to use some of these strips. I'm going to try it. These strips of fabric that you can get at Walmart in the craft fabric section. You can still get them today. They're Create It brand, and these are also called, it's also called a jelly roll. So I have some right here. And I think I'm going to mostly do this one, if I have more than just one piece of it. We'll see. Yes. Okay, so I'm going for, oh, and I think I'm going to use a little bit of this white, what is this ribbon called? Sheer ribbon, also from Dollar Tree. So let's start at the very beginning. Don't put your legs on yet, but you want to take your tree. We're going to start at the bottom. So put it back how it came in the box. We're going to do a couple of layers right here. So I'm going to do some, let me put this back, pieces of this wired ribbon. And let's start out with, 12 inches. I can trim them shorter. I'm going to do 2. The wired ribbon kind of helps give your tree some strength so that the ribbons aren't completely flopping down. Okay, and then what I found is that if you fold your ribbon a little bit in the center, like this, then it's easier to get it tied around the tree. And, oh, and I do like the look with the dovetails the best. So I'm just going to fold this. So tell me in the comments, are you a team turquoise or blue or beach, or are you a team natural? Which one of those styles appeals to you the most? Okay, so just fold this like that. It makes it easier to tie it around the tree. And if you want, here at the bottom, you can do a little blob of hot glue, which will keep it from sliding down. Whoops, where am I? because it is on the bottom part, it is going to want to do that. It's going to want to slide down. So I'm not going to make my ribbons all beautiful just yet. Oops, I got hot glue everywhere. I'm really just going to get them on. Okay, so there's the first one. And let's do our second one. And I'm going to sort of switch them so they're going different directions. So let me just put one more little blob of hot glue on here. Oops. Just threw my ribbon in the trash can. Okay, and then I'm going to tie it around here to the front. Just a simple knot. Oh, and I don't know who the originator of this idea is. I just know that I've looked at, I'm sure other people have done cute things with these Dollar Tree trees before. I've looked at these Dollar Tree trees for the last couple of years and thought, oh, I love the idea of those, but they're so skinny. Okay, so we can come back and add some more to that level if we want, but let's put the first level down. And we'll fluff these out pretty later. See how there's this big space? We're going to basically do the same thing. I'm going to do 12-inch strips. Come on, finger. And then we'll do some fabric, and then we'll do some of that white ribbon. And I'm doing two pieces of this ribbon each, in between each layer. Wow, there's a lot of people on. Thank you guys for joining me. Oh my gosh, Sharon says that she just finished making a snowflake for her front door using 4 of these little dollar store trees. Sharon, I want to see pictures. Could you put pictures of that here in these comments? That would be awesome. Okay, and then I'm going to take some of this fabric. Let me think. Do I want it to be thinner? I think I do. I don't want it to be quite so wide because it'll be hard to tie. So I'm going to cut it in half. And I would rip this, but you know what? This particular fabric is not cut on the, what is it called? Grain, or not cut on the something, so it doesn't tear straight. I learned that the hard way yesterday. So let me just get this cut, and then we'll do 12-inch strips. So who has made this kind of a tree before? And just out of curiosity, I don't know if I've seen the snowflakes that you can make out of these. Who has done that? If you have, please, and you are able to, please post your pictures here in these comments so that everyone can get some ideas. These trees do come in green. And over Valentine's Day, they always have like pink. So there's lots of fun things that you could do with this idea for all different seasons of the year. Okay, let's cut this little band here at the bottom off. And let's just cut a bunch of 12-inch strips. My strips are not very straight, but that does not matter. Okay, so I'm taking my tree and I'm just going to push this layer down so we'll be able to access this area right here. I'm going to fold my ribbon like this because it really does make it easier to tie it. And I'll tie one down here at the very bottom. As tight as I can get it to go. And push it down. See how I pushed it clear down? Let's do one of these pieces of fabric. If this was nicer fabric, it would probably be printed on both sides, but it isn't. Okay, and let's get some of this transparent white. And I can trim everything shorter. I'm not sure if I'm gonna want 12-inch strips or if that's gonna be too long. I don't know. So let's lay a couple of this in. We may end up using some strips of the canvas duck in white. I don't know. Okay, let's do another one of these wired ribbons. And you guys, you can do this project in any color, wave, style that you like. And that's one of the things that I love about this kind of a project. It's not, you don't have to do it in turquoise or natural. It could be purple and teal. It could be anything. So I could use some of this if I'm finding that that is not quite enough. Let's do another piece of our fabric. And these are just 12-inch strips. I didn't dovetail the fabric, but you could do that after the fact if you want. Okay, and then you're going to kind of twist them so that they're laying different directions and so that the print is up. So can you see what I've got going on there? It looks messy. Let's let me think. Let's do some of this canvas duck that I tore just to fill in here at the bottom a little bit. When you get up higher, the space in between the layers is not so far. Okay, and each layer I'm pushing it down, and then I'm just going to kind of twist this around. I can see right now that my fabric strips do not need to be quite that long. Okay, let's do the next layer. And I'm going to push everything down as far as I can get it to go so that I have room right here to work. Then we'll fluff it up a little bit. Okay, we need some more of this. For the wired ribbon, 12 inches does seem to be perfect. Oh, I have another. What do you guys think? If you're liking this craft project, consider sprinkling. Hey, did you guys see what we did? I think it was at the beginning of this week, or maybe at the very, yeah, it was the beginning of this week. Let me show you. This was a super fun project. Oops. These were some vintage chenille bedspreads. I picked up the white one last year at Goodwill. I picked up this pink one in Bend, Oregon over the summer at an antique store. This came from Goodwill and an antique store. And I just made these cute little pink Christmas trees. Let me know if you would like a link to this video, because this was also very fun and very easy. And you could take that idea and, you know, make it in your, you could use flannel, you don't have to use chenille. Okay, so I'm folding it. Right, we need some more strips of this. Okay, I need to cut some 12-inch pieces of this. And actually, I'm going to cut them 10 inches because I think 12 was probably too long, and I don't want to waste any. This color here, this turquoisey blue is, oh my gosh, I'm just in love with it this year. Okay, I did that. Let's do, I need to tear some more of the white canvas duck. And we'll also do some of that, this, what is this called? Sheer ribbon in white. If you're watching live, you guys should come back again later this afternoon, because I'm going to do another project that is practically free that will involve white canvas duck and also some oatmeal color canvas duck. These ones I'm doing about 12. So you just have to kind of play it by ear and decide how long you want your strips to be. Is this long enough? No. Okay. I meant to, Judy says you have her mind running wild with ideas. Oh, I'm so glad to hear that, Judy, because that's really what the whole point of this page is. It's not for me to do the most perfect ever projects. It's for me to give you ideas of what you can do, you know, with what you have available to you and in your colors and your style and all that kind of stuff. So, of course, I do like to do good projects, but mostly I'm just trying to inspire you for easy things that are quick and easy, affordable, sometimes a little different. Almost everything I like to do is either has a faith or a family theme to it, or sometimes flowers. I love flowers. Wait, is this the right length? Yeah, I guess it is. So I'm just randomly doing 2 pieces of the turquoise wired, 2 or 3 pieces of this this jelly roll strip that in turquoise that came from Walmart, and we'll fiddle with it to make it look pretty. Okay, let's say that that's enough. Does it need anything else? Now let's pull the next layer down. I have not even thought about what we could put at the top. I had some beachy items. Maybe I can find something. Okay, so see, you still have a lot of space in between the layers, and that is just sitting there completely empty unless you fill it in or fluff it up, which is what I'm doing. I'm fluffing these up. all this junk out in my kitchen for a few days. And my husband was like, what are you going to do with this? I'm like, okay, I get it. I'll take it into my craft room. Because I don't like it when he leaves junk in the kitchen. And he doesn't like it when I leave junk in the kitchen either. And I have this craft room that I can lay stuff out as I'm working on it. You know, and it's not in anyone's way. So what are you guys thinking so far? Do you like this beachy combination? One of these trees I'm going to probably put somewhere at the front of my house because I'm doing a beach themed or coastal themed white flocked Christmas tree in my dining room. I wasn't going to do a flocked tree because I understand that they shed a lot, but I just ended up biting the bullet and I bought a flocked tree, but I bought a pretty good one that I'm hoping won't, I felt it and it didn't feel like everything was going to fall off of it. And my dogs really don't spend a lot of time there. Janet says she's thinking that she needs to go to the Dollar Tree now. Yeah, I think you do too. I'm also working on some projects. I always have like 5 things going. And I don't show them to you guys until I feel like they're there or they're what I would want them to be. I'm working on some projects that involve those Dollar Tree mop heads. So if you go, look for some of those. And those are just with the cleaning, the very last aisle in my store where cleaning supplies are. This little sheer ribbon pretty much disappears, but I don't know, I like the look of it. So I'm going to put some on there. And then let's put one more layer of the fabric strips. And see, I'm just pushing everything down as I'm going along. And it looks a huge mess right now, but it'll be pretty once I have some time to, you know, space everything. Okay, so let's pull down the next layer, which we're almost at the top, and then I'm going to show you what I like to do with the very tip top. Wow, this is not, it's kind of lopsided, so I'm going to push that down so I have all this space to work right here. All right, let's do some more. The ribbon, I should have cut this all before I started, I'm sorry. I do try to pre-work on stuff as much as possible so you're not sitting there waiting for me to do all the boring stuff. Okay, there's 2 pieces of that. Let's see, do I have any more? I'm going to have to cut some of this. Let's be smart about it and cut it folded, right? And then it won't take nearly as long to cut, and it doesn't matter at all if it's straight. So I'm going to do 10-inch strips of this. Okay. I think this one's looking really cute so far though. I'm loving having like the just one color predominantly showing. I'm liking that. What about you guys? Do you like that? Wow, there's a lot of people on. Thank you guys so much for joining me. While you're here, take a second to see if you've liked and followed my page. So I do a ton of, this time of year last year I made about 25 different styles of fun Christmas trees. We'll do a lot of fun stuff this year, so I would love to have you come back. Also, I have a text messaging thing that you can sign up for if you want. I'll post that in a separate post, and I'll also put it here. I don't know that number off the top of my head. I really should, but I don't. Okay. What do I need? I need some of this sheer ribbon. And we'll do one more of the wired ribbon and one more of the, one more of this turquoise strip of fabric. And then we'll pull down the last layer, which there's not going to be much room there to fill in, to fluff up. Oh my gosh, I love this color combination. So if you're wanting to do exactly this idea, you can get the tree at Dollar Tree. If your Dollar Tree doesn't have these, you can buy something like this a little bit more expensive at other craft places. Okay, that's about as many as I'm going to be able to get on there. This fabric came out of this package of strips, which at most crafting stores, they call those jelly rolls. At Walmart, they call them strips. And then, I don't know where this ribbon came from. I think I bought it at Dollar Tree a few years ago. I'm not sure, but you should be able to get turquoise colored wired ribbon. Okay, boy, this top is really pretty skinny. There's only 4 little pieces. And then you have your long top. And what I did with mine is I just folded it over and twisted it at the base. And actually, let's look at the other two. I may not add anything else right here, but let me show you how these legs go on. You get 3, and you're going to have this little thing, and you want to do it so that the foot right here is flush. I'm definitely, at Valentine's Day, I'm definitely going to get the pink tree. We'll do something like this with a Valentine's theme, or a love theme in pink and red. Okay. Now it looks messy because it needs to have everything be fluffed up and all the ribbons be, twisted around. But in general, what do you think? Isn't that so much cuter than a skimpy little tree that has all that space in between the layers? And if you find that some of your ribbons are too long, you can trim them up. You can add dovetails to anything that you would like to at this point. Like, I'm thinking that some of my pieces are too long, but that won't take long at all to fix up. Okay, let's think for just a minute. Let me look and see what I have over here that I could use on this tree. Ooh, I know. do this. It came off of a garland that had some beads from Dollar Tree. And I'm just going to glue it right here. And then, if I wanted, I could, have you seen these little clippy-doo things at Dollar Tree? I could pull one of these little mermaids or seahorses off, or I could use one of these little blue clips, but I don't think, or this is a turquoise colored. I don't think any of these are really the right color. You do have to be super careful. I don't think I'm going to bother with that. But let me show you the other trees. Get this cleared off so that you can do a screenshot if you would like. And it will look relatively neat. I'm going to have some major cleaning up to do here. That are really long. I personally only did the dovetails on the wired ribbon, but if you really like that look, you can obviously do that on all of your doodads that are decorating your tree. Okay, so I would continue working with that to get it fluffed up. What do you guys think? So here is the one that I made yesterday. And this was my first one. When I was doing this first one, I really didn't know where I was going with it. I was just experimenting. Seeing how I could possibly fluff that up a little better. So what do you guys think? Tell me in the comments. This was number 1. It was the first one I made. It has a whole bunch of this Dollar Tree beachy ribbon. This is number 2. It was the second one that I made yesterday. Usually it takes me about 3 times to do a craft to really fully get the hang of it. And I always want to have that all worked out before I come live to you so that I can show you all the things to do and not to do. And this was the 3rd. So, Judy says she loves the gold one, which I think you're thinking of the natural one. Julia says they're beautiful. Okay, Donna likes number 2, which is this one. So this is 1, 2, 3. Pam likes number 2. Christine likes number 2. Wow. Wanda likes number 2. Oh, I just want to see this. Dora likes number 2. Looks like this one is winning. And this would be my natural style because I'm a very kind of neutral type of girl. Oh, wow. Janelle likes number, I think that's how you say your name, Janelle. That's a pretty name. Likes number 3. Kathy says she likes 1, 2, and 3. I'm thinking, does that mean you like this one first, this one second, and this one third? Deborah says number 2 for sure. Maria says number 2 and 3. Irene says she loves them all. So anyways, if you liked this idea, feel free to sprinkle this video. That really helps me. You have no idea. Especially after being gone for about a week to Idaho for my mom's celebration of life. My Facebook algorithms are a little sleepy right now. Well, hey, Susie! 3 is her color. Yeah, it really is. It just needs some purple or something in there. Meredith says number 2. Let me know if you would like my supply list. I mean, there's really not much to list here, but I'm glad to do that. And also I'll get you a replay in case you hopped on during the middle of this video and you want to go back and watch from the start. So just let me know. Say recipe or supplies or replay or something like that. Elaine likes number 2. Audrey says that she would do the blue one. They're her colors. Connie says number 2. Julia says sprinkle, 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 sprinkle. Right on, Julia. Red would be pretty, or green, yes, absolutely. You know what I would do? Hang on just a sec. If you have a ribbon stash, go look at your ribbons first and choose the style for your tree based on the ribbon that's speaking to you. And then go to Dollar Tree, grab a couple, 2 or 3 of these. They're $1.25. And try a couple. And because there's not much into it, I could totally, you know, gift these. They'd be a great little host gift if we are going somewhere for Thanksgiving. So it'd be fun to bring a Christmas tree for the host. To make one I'll probably do one of these for my daughter-in-law and son in their new house. Kelly, I'll get you the supplies and the replay. I'm going to go sit down, get a cup of something warm because it's chilly here in Atlanta today. Maybe a tea or a coffee. And start reading your comments and getting you all the info. Americana colors would be awesome. And you know what? You could do this white tree at Easter with pastel colors and like an Easter egg on the top. You could do it for 4th of July, you could do it for if you celebrate St. Patrick's Day, Valentine's Day. You could do a fall themed one. And nothing's glued on here except for the top. So honestly, you could take them apart if you wanted. But for $1.25, I don't think it's worth all the effort to do that. Anyways, you can also spray paint the tree. Ooh, Susie, that's a great idea. Super idea. Okie dokie. Thanks for joining me. Hope to see you later because I do have another craft to come live with probably in about an hour and 15 minutes if you're watching live. And it is a Christmas banner that is practically free. Okay, see you later.